In addition to baseball, you had some other events take place out there.
Yeah, we had a wedding there one time.
One of the former ball players.
Yeah, and I'm struck. Bickford.
Okay, I never did hear his name.
And then we had a funeral service there.
Yeah.
For Todd Bingham, and I don't remember what else, but
You had a graduation.
we did have a graduation. That was kind of by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hosting a 6A regional or district or something, a state tournament, and Broken Arrow High School had gotten into the losers bracket, and so they came back and played in the final game and ended up winning that district or regional or whatever.
And that was on the same night that they.
It was the same night as their graduation.
Yeah.
So we went to Dave Welberg he was a good idea man, so he called a friend of his who worked for him at the golf course and had him, we didn't have any internet connection or anything, had him burn a copy of Pomp and Circumstance onto a CD and bring it to us at the ballpark.
Now this all took place after the game started, is that right?
Yeah, this is like, we got the epiphany about the fourth or fifth inning. And so we didn't want to do what we planned if Broken Arrow had lost because, out of respect they don't feel good because they just lost the game, but they happened to win. So Dave went down and talked to the coach, who, by the way, is now the superintendent of schools for Claremore Public School System.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, so he was the Broken Arrow head baseball coach at the time. And so Dave asked him if we could help them. We felt sorry for the kids. They didn't get to go through graduation ceremony. That we would be glad to conduct a ceremony for them. And he said, why not?
Yeah.
So played Pomp and Circumstance. Dave made up everyone's bio. All he knew was their name and number.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about their scholastic abilities, but they were all superstar scholastically. And this one was going to Harvard, and this one was going to Stanford, and Yale, and so on and so on, which was all made up. But they walked from first base to home. They were in the first base dugout, so they walked from first base to home, and then gathered around home and threw their ball caps up in the air. So that was the graduation ceremony.
Yeah.
And it was published in what's the newspaper? Broken Arrow Ledger.
Ledger?
Yeah, yeah. We used to have the article hanging up there at the park. I don't know if it's still there or not.
I don't know either.
So we did have a graduation ceremony in addition to a funeral and a wedding.
Yeah. I understand Dave was talking, and he said that years later, one of the Broken Arrow players came back and thanked him and thought it was so nice that you guys did that for them and everything.
Yeah.
But they didn't forget it.
Yeah, it's amazing, after 10, 20, 30 years, kids would come back and remember when they played there. We saw a lot of great baseball.